welcome back to Hazel and Marion, the podcast.
Woohoo!
I'm Marion.
I'm Hazel. You know, I've noticed we always introduce each other like Hazel and Marion. I'm Marion.
Yes.
Like the title is me first.
But that's why I introduced myself first.
Okay. Anyways, welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. It's episode 9.
9. So we're gonna start with a card from what's the expansion pack today? The Honest Dating expansion pack, which I think we've already done before.
It in.
They have so many expansion packs. But let's see. Let's shuffle. I'm choosing the card today.
Yes, she is.
Ew.
Oh,
This is kind of
what was that?
some of these questions are a bit gross because we're not dating, obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely not that.
So that was not a. Oh, some of these are a bit hectic. Oh, okay, this is a good one. What's a non-negotiable in your life?
Oh, I don't know. Food.
We keep circling back to the food.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, is that like a non-negotiable in your dating life, or?
Oh,
no?
I can think of one
Okay.
immediately.
Yeah.
They have to not want to live overseas.
Oh, that's obviously a non-negotiable. But I feel like
Yeah.
I can negotiate that.
But that's not your non-negotiable.
Yeah, okay.
That's my non-negotiable.
My non-negotiable is they've got to be alive.
So there's nothing that someone would be like, say not Vincent, obviously, but say you were like dating someone else. There'd be nothing about this person that's besides the like normal criteria.
I don't know. Like, give me an example.
Oh, I got really specific with my non-negotiables because when I
Because of your
met
ex.
Jacob, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to leave Melbourne because of my career. I am only looking to live in the west side of Melbourne
Wow,
because of
that's
my
so
job.
selfish of you. I'm
Because I'm
joking.
tired of being selfless.
That's true.
So those are like 2 of my non-negotiables
Right.
that I can think of. I have a whole list on my phone of like things that will get involved, but
God, I never thought about this because it's like everything's negotiable for me.
nothing at all.
Yeah.
What about like actually? I was gonna say, I'm like, what if they are jobless? But then Vincent was jobless for a while.
Yeah, and that was fine.
That was fine.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you go.
Yeah. Maybe I just haven't been in as many relationships
That's probably
to be like, okay, now I know what I don't like. Do you get what I mean?
I'm trying to think of like, what if they didn't exercise?
But
Because
like,
you like
I can
exercising.
negotiate that.
What if they like really don't want to exercise?
Yeah, but what do I get in return? Like, do I get to have
nothing.
sex with other people?
What
Oh, see, everything's negotiable here.
What if their non-negotiable was like, I don't like exercising. I don't want to do it.
Then I won't really date them.
Okay, so that's
Is that
a
a
non-negotiable.
non-negotiable?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was going to be something with
No,
exercise.
but it's just like, not even that, but it's just someone that doesn't want to take care of themselves.
Yeah, so that goes down to
okay.
your values. Like, what are you
Oh,
valuing?
okay. Well, someone that I value someone that takes care of
Yeah, so
themselves.
your non-negotiable is someone.
who doesn't take
doesn't
care
care
of
of themselves.
themselves. Oh, that's just a shit human.
No, but there's people out there that don't exercise as much as you and I.
Yeah, but they take care of themselves. Right? Like, you don't have to exercise all the time. Anyway.
I don't know, but maybe they just
Well,
like.
at least I found one.
There you go. That's the answer. What's your non-negotiable, listeners?
Hit us up at Hazel and Marion on Instagram and TikTok, or send us an email at hazelandmarion.pod@gmail.com. Or there's a Q&A and a poll in this episode at Spotify exclusively.
Please answer it. We
Please.
want to hear or read your answers and talk about it.
If I ask that question on
Maybe
the
someone's
Spotify.
non-negotiable is that they have to be with someone that allows them to poo with the door open. So last week, my housemate Angie and I were going to see our other housemate's dance performance. And in the car, she decides to drop a bomb on me that she was planning to meet her ex-boyfriend, or I don't really know what to call him.
Ex-lover.
Ex-lover.
Yeah.
Because he never labeled them as in a
Oh,
relationship.
really?
Yeah.
But they loved.
But they loved each other.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They still love
Yeah.
each other. I don't know. I'll let her explain it. But
Yeah.
it's
You
been
heard them
about.
love each other.
I actually didn't, but he did.
Okay, yeah.
But she told me that she was planning to meet up with him after 5 months since their last breakup.
Mm.
And they decided 5 months ago on the day that they broke up to meet up on the October 23rd at 8
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah.
at this park near our house.
Yeah.
So they preemptively planned this like 5 months ago.
Okay.
And I was shocked because when I broke up with my last partner, he also said something like, "Oh, do you want to
Stick
catch?"
man?
Yes,
Yeah.
stick man. He also said something like, "Do you want to catch up in a few months just to see how we're going and return some of the things that?"
No.
Yeah. So I
Not
was like,
keen.
I remember telling him like, I remember when he said that. I was like, yeah, like let's see how we go. But obviously in my head, I'm like, this is just me letting me down gently. But I know in a few months when I've healed,
Yeah. None of it.
it's not gonna happen.
Not a single cent. Thank you.
It's not going to happen. However, Angie and her ex-lover actually decided on a date.
Wow.
Like it wasn't just like an idea thrown. It was like in 5 months' time, we will meet up
Right. Okay.
and talk about it.
Yeah.
So Monday came and I left my house and briefly saw Angie. She was super nervous.
Yeah.
And leading up to this thing, they also have not spoken about the meetup to confirm they're coming. She was just going to rock up and
What?
hope that he would also
Was
rock
there a
up.
calendar invite at least?
No, but it was in her calendar.
Yeah, but was it in his? That's why I asked. Is there a calendar
I guess
invite?
it was
like,
in
come
his
on.
too.
Yeah, surely.
But it wasn't like a shared calendar event. It was
Yeah.
probably like he just put what in his and she put it in hers. I don't know. We'll ask her.
Okay.
But yeah, she hadn't confirmed to me, like she hadn't confirmed beforehand to be like, hey, are we still on? She was just like, I'm just going to rock up. And if he's not there, I'm going to go to the gym.
Wow, if that's like a movie, that's very much like a movie. But that's also something I would do.
Why?
What do you mean? Like not the 5 months thing, but
Oh.
if I did like come up with that plan, or if an ex-lover of mine did come up with that
Yeah.
plan, then I wouldn't message them because it's just more toxic to, like rock up and be like, play some Adele in my ears and be like, do you get what I mean? Like
No,
really set
I
yourself
feel
up
like-
for failure.
For me, it would be, I reckon if I was in her position, I wouldn't have message because if I was in her position thinking about my last breakup, like I hadn't seen my ex-boyfriend since the day we broke up. So I feel like I would.
And I'm happy
say-
about that.
I would say nothing and just rock up to be like, look at me, look how good I am.
Oh, so you would rock up.
I would probably rock up, yes.
Yeah, I would rock up, but I won't message and say
Yeah, I would
and
also
ask
not
if you're rocking
message.
up
No.
because that's desperate.
But also feels like you just give them all the power.
Yeah,
Now you're, like,
exactly.
waiting to
Yeah,
see if
now
they'll-
you're waiting to see whether they'll do it. So you
Exactly.
just rock up, and if they don't rock up, then they don't know
Yeah,
that you rocked up unless
exactly.
they saw you from far away and then they walked off.
I feel like I'd be the
That's
person
sad.
watching from
Yeah,
far away.
I would definitely rock up late just to see
I
if they're
I
there.
know. There's no doubt I would rock up late.
Yeah, I know you would.
But it was so funny because I remember telling Jacob the story and he got confused and thought I was the one going to this meeting with my ex-boyfriend. And he was like, when is this meeting happening? Why is this happening? And I was like, it was not me.
Hilarious.
It's not me. So I guess we're going to invite Angie today.
Yes, we
so
are.
she
We're
can
gonna get
explain it
Angie
a
on
little
the
bit
phone. Yeah.
a little bit further to us.
Yes, I have so many questions.
I already know the whole story, so
Okay.
you can ask her all these questions.
Hello.
Hola.
Hi. Hi, Angie.
Hola.
I feel like you've been practicing.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the
Hey.
podcast.
How are
Yeah,
you?
thank you. I'm good, just pretty chill here with Linguini.
Oh,
Or cat.
Linguini's my cat.
Yes. So I'm sure Hazel already told you, but she was just telling me about the story about what happened about you meeting.
I didn't tell any details. I just told him the
background.
background story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was wondering.
You sound so scared.
Yeah, you sound so scared. You shouldn't be.
I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous.
Why is everyone so nervous coming on here? It's like we're
It's-
nobody.
It's like performance anxiety.
Uh,
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'm
what it
very
is.
shy, guys. So.
But Angie's been asking
yeah,
me
I'm happy
for a
to
while
tell
to
you
come
that's
on.
true.
Yes.
So my first question there, Ange, would be like, did you both have it in your calendar? Was like there's a calendar event, did someone put in the Google Cal, iCal, like what's the deal?
So we broke up in May, and then on July we saw each other.
Right.
And on July he was like, "Oh, let's try this again. We can go through these." And I was like, "No, we really need to work on ourselves and to fix like every issue we had
Yes,
before.
healing.
Right. Yeah.
Do the healing." So that day we said like, okay, so if we're not gonna be together right now, let's see how we are in like a few months to see if we really want to be with each other. So that
Oh,
day we said like, okay, we're gonna set a date, a time, and a place.
yeah.
And if you're keen to come, you will come, and we will have this chat about being together again or not. So
Oh.
there was like some conditions, and we said like, what if we met someone new? So we were like, no, we need to come, even if you're with someone, even if we don't want to be together, even if we want to be together, but we cannot talk until that day.
Interesting. I didn't know this
Wow.
part.
Okay. This is
And
interesting.
I'm
I like this.
wondering if
Hazel did not give me this
I
information.
didn't know this information. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Now I'm just
so
thinking about myself. If I was in that situation with someone new,
Yeah,
would I
because
still
it's-
go?
yeah, during that time, like I learned so many things about myself,
Yes,
and
she has.
I also saw so many things on him that I didn't like. So it was like seeing everything like from the outside and try to understand what I was feeling in that way or what I really wanted. So of course, that day was on my mind all the time,
Right. Okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking which kind of conversations we were gonna have, or if he was gonna say he wanted to be with me, what I was gonna do, or yeah, I was thinking all the time about that. But I also knew like everything could happen. So he could say like, "No, I hate you," or I could say like, "No, I don't want to be with you. I want to be by myself." Or so many things could happen. So
Right.
yeah,
But the deal was that you both had to show up.
yeah, that was the deal.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it was not like kind of leaving someone like a cliffhanger whether they show up or not. It was like, okay, we're gonna show up, and it's kind of figuring out what happens now.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So you get to the place, right, Angie? Were you first?
Yeah, I was first.
always
I was
lonely.
first, and I was trying to see if I could park like away from the place so he couldn't see my car.
Right.
And that's the first question I asked him.
clever.
And I was like, "Did you see my car?" And he was like, "Yes, I saw it." So I was happy.
No, that's true. You should have
So
parked and
yes,
walked.
Yeah.
I showed up first, and I was like waiting for him, doing some breathing work, and then he just came with a blanket that he used to bring all the time we were at that place.
Right.
Sentimental.
And he said like, "The things that never change." And I was like, "Yes, you are."
Yeah, he hasn't changed.
He hasn't?
No.
Okay, so he rocks up, right? What happened?
So I was like, of course, very nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now we see what we're gonna say. So at the beginning, he was like, "Hey, how are you going?"
Like when you talk to
So-
HR.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were still like talking about what had happened during this time, his family, my family. Then I think I started the hard conversations, and I said like, I'm glad you're working on yourself during this time. However, I think like we needed to have this chat so we are able to have a better relationship at work.
Right, yeah.
So
we work together.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
work together.
Surprise.
Surprise! I didn't say
Surprise.
that. I was waiting for you to say it.
So yeah, we worked together,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it was very hard for me because I had to see him every single day.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
then they don't really talk at work.
that's even worse.
yeah, we no, we were trying to avoid each other. So it was also very weird. So I was like, that's good that we had this conversation here, so we can just be adults and yeah, work together. And then he said like, "Oh, I wrote something for you," and he had like a letter for me. Said that he missed me a lot, and that I was a missing piece of everything he was doing.
Yuck.
Marian's face is so funny right now.
But that he thinks we have different values and we are not aligned. So yeah, it's better not to be together because I cannot be monogamous. So
Oh, he said that.
He said Angie
He
can't
said
be monogamous.
Oh, Angie can't be monogamous.
But that's not true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Angie
okay.
is monogamous.
Right. So he just gaslit you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What
And
a
that's what happened.
shitbag.
That's actually what
Yeah,
happened.
that's what happened.
You just said, oh, we can't be together because of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Angie, this man is trash.
I feel like he is. After he said that, we were hugging each other, and I was like, "This is so toxic."
It's so
He was
toxic.
Yeah.
kissing me, and
Yes, he was
like we didn't kiss,
He was
kissing
what?
but he was kissing
kissing
my
her
neck and stuff.
Oh, yuck.
after he told her he can't be with her because they have different values.
Because she can't be
Yeah.
monogamous.
Yes.
What?
But then
So-
he has to kiss her neck. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but I was like, "This is so fucking toxic," but I
Nah.
like it.
It's very
Yeah.
toxic. You're right.
Nah.
At least you know what? You were able to stop that hugging, kissing thing. You were like, no.
Yeah. I
Did
was
he
like,
have a
"Fuck,
big
this is
dick?
so." Yes.
She was hypnotized.
I mean, I get it. But also, yeah, what a toxic man.
It's because he has a huge
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very toxic. Then he was like, "Look, I think you're too free, and I don't like it." So
Nah.
yeah. So when he said that, I was like, "No, this is not for me." And I was like, "Yeah, it's better that we just like co-workers, and that's it."
Okay.
yeah.
So
It hurt. It
yeah.
hurt.
Mm.
It hurt, but I think is the right thing, and I think it's gonna hurt for a while, but I think I'm gonna be okay because
Oh.
I already went through the hardest part. So
Yeah, you did, and that's what's great. So you're glad that you guys got to discuss this one last time.
Yeah, I think that conversation was very necessary.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, but yeah, for me, it was thinking that probably in the future he will heal, he will be this person, and that's something that's not going to happen because
Yeah.
actually what he wants is to change me, and I think that I've been working so much on myself that I love myself enough to feel like there's nothing wrong with what I am.
Yes, that's
Wow.
right.
And if he's not
Look
able
at
to
you
see that,
go.
That's so
Yeah.
great.
Look at you go, Angie.
I love this for you.
yeah,
The funny thing she says, her going back to the last episode with Gab
Yeah.
and over exercising. It was
That was
funny 'cause-
actually not the last episode.
sorry, I can't remember which episode that was now.
That would be 3 episodes ago.
But it was funny because when Angie was telling me the story, she was like, "Oh, she was thinking it's getting late. I still need to go to the gym while she's talking to him."
Ah, good.
I was
That means it's
I
like
was,
you're
I
over
was,
it.
I was saying, I was telling Hazel, like, fuck, this is making me weak, this situation. I need to go to the gym because I need to get stronger.
Yeah,
Sense of
good.
I
strength.
don't want to be here.
Yeah, she's on this like gym routine, and her gains were disappearing every second she spent talking to him.
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. Especially with someone like
That's the
that.
best part of a breakup, you know? Like, you go to the gym, you get, like, so strong, and
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
so much.
Her like
It's fine,
biceps, her biceps. But she
Biceps.
says her biceps.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Nice. Yeah, good. She's doing what men do when they go through a breakup.
Yeah, but she's also feeling her feelings.
Yeah,
and-
which is
that's the
very
healing
different.
part.
Yeah.
whereas the men go to the
Which
gym.
I'm a human, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a human, yeah.
But the men go to the gym and don't feel their feelings.
Yeah, they just get big and then they
No,
they,
fucking man. They don't even have feelings today.
They just suppress it down.
they suppress
Yeah.
it and then they hurt someone else.
Exactly.
So
That's probably what happened.
the bullying cycle.
The bullying cycle. Do you have any more questions for Angie?
No, I think they answered it. I think this is
Yeah,
the best
sure.
outcome, to be
I
honest.
think so too. For Angie.
For Angie, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
I don't care about the outcome for him, but for Angie, it was the best outcome.
No, I think it's also the best
Yeah,
outcome
all
for
my
him,
friends
'cause he
were
doesn't
like,
deserve her.
all my friends were thinking about this moment, and all of them, when I said like, no, we're not back together, they were like, yes, I'm
Yeah.
so proud of
I
you.
came home late that night and Angie wasn't home yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what if tomorrow when I wake up, his car will be outside?
Oh, no. But I'm glad that didn't happen
And look at him.
because Angie went to the gym instead.
But yeah, we were all thinking about it on that day. I was thinking about it on that day.
Well, I mean, it's a big thing. Like, it's like okay, it's a moment of truth, is what I would call it. But it's also like a post-mortem, right? Like you break up and then you don't talk and then you come back and then you kind of go, what happens now? Like, have we healed? Are we going back together? Are we
Yeah.
ending this? And it sounds like it's good that he's ended it. Or you've also chosen not to stay with or go back to it because he's a toxic little
Explicit.
explicit.
But yeah, yes, it's true. Sometimes we're like very into toxic stuff, and we don't realize until
until you're out
we
of it.
see
Yeah.
ourselves from another perspective. And I see myself like when I was with him, I was like, I don't love myself much.
And
I
that's
didn't
why
love
we're toxic
myself,
stuff.
and now I see myself, and I was like, no, I am expecting more from a person. Like, if I'm going to be with someone, I want someone that cares about me, my feelings, that is able to communicate. And he doesn't have those things. So
Yeah, he's a
Exactly.
child.
it's also
Yeah.
and it's also no on him. Like if he doesn't like how I am, it's okay. Like I'm okay to not be liked by people, and that's part of life as well.
Right. Okay. Far out. I
Okay.
did not like this man.
But yes,
Yeah.
that was the toxic story situation.
It's gone. It's
Relationship.
done. It's sank. The situation
It's done. So now I
with the
walk into my single life.
Because you're not dating. Are you getting any, or is it just kind of self-care situation at the moment?
No, self-care
Okay.
situation,
This
100%.
is why you're
I don't
the
even
toxic
feel like
guy.
no, I don't even feel attacked to anyone.
It's fine. I'm sure Hazel will get you some batteries for Christmas.
We have batteries downstairs.
Yeah, we'll get more.
Well, there's a lot of things in this household that could be shared for pleasure. I mean, I don't have any to share with you, but I think T has a lot.
You could all just sit on the washing machine.
I'll have a look, guys.
One on the dryer, one on the washing machine.
Yeah.
Gross. And Linguini watching us.
Right.
Oh, no, stop it.
No,
The kids are listening.
stop
Hazel.
it,
The
yeah.
kids are listening. Looks like it's ended well. In the best possible way, I
Mhm.
guess. Angie, you're moving on, and old mate can go F himself. But yeah, that's good. That's good news.
Yes. Are your questions answered?
Yeah, all my questions are answered.
I'm
are your
glad.
questions answered?
Okay.
I already asked her all
Okay.
the questions when I saw her.
All right. Were they the same questions as mine, or were they a bit more like
I don't remember.
not safe for air?
What did I even ask you, Angie? I don't even remember. I think I was just more like reacting to what she was telling me.
I
Being
see.
like, gross.
Yeah. I mean, I was
Yeah.
the same. You should have seen my face.
That's
Actually, I
uh-huh.
do have a question
Yeah.
before you go, Ange. Now that you've
Okay.
spoken and like kind of figured it out that it's not going to work, or it's not, you guys aren't getting back together, like, is work a bit better? Like, do you guys still not communicate, or do you guys,
The thing is, like, I haven't seen him since. Like, I don't know how it's gonna be. So that's the tea for next week.
Oh
So-
wow, you really left us on a cliffhanger. All right, well, Angie, we will let you go.
Thanks, Angie.
Okay, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you at home.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Really happy about that
I'm glad.
because I thought it was going to be salacious.
No,
And
we healed.
It's wholesome.
We've healed.
It's wholesome but horny.
Oh, she's wholesome but horny.
Wholesome but horny, and I love that. So, real quick, based on Angie's situation, or based on that experience, would you recommend this is the thing that people that break up do?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll leave it at that. All right. So we asked our listeners if they wanted to hear the other MID asshole stories that didn't get picked. Because normally what we do here, if you're new to the pod, is we pick out 2 MID asshole stories from Reddit, and the other person chooses which one they want to hear, and the one that they didn't choose gets kind of put aside for the future. And then we ask our listeners whether they want to hear it in the podcast. And everyone has voted yes, they do want to hear it. And the title of this one is Am I the Asshole for Stealing Back My Office Plans? So I'm going to read it like I wrote it, but I did not write it.
Okay.
Hey Reddit, first time poster here. If you knew me personally, you would know that I am an avid plant person like Hazel. I love taking care of plants, not like Hazel. And I tend to spend a ridiculous amount of money buying rare plants like Hazel. Plants are my hobby, and everyone in my office has dubbed me the office plant lady.
That used
My-
to be me.
Yeah. Can you bring that in the hospital?
Yeah, people bring their plant in and leave it in like the tea room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. My boss asked if I would help cover another office that was short staffed. I agreed since I would only be out of my office for a week. I watered all my plants before leaving and didn't give them another thought.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, it's like going on a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
When I got back from helping the other office, I noticed that all my plants have been dispersed around the office, not just near the window where I had them previously. My co-worker had moved my plants from my station to her station, and my manager had claimed my larger and very rare plant for her office. I was peeved because I was gone for a week and it's
Oh my
as
God.
if my plants were up for dibs, mate.
That it couldn't even wait.
Yeah. The body was still warm.
Oh no.
So I wordlessly moved my plants back in front of my station and moved my rare plant from my manager's office to where it had been before. Even if I had humored my manager and let the plant stay there, it would not have lasted long because my manager's office has no natural lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid too much for the plant to
Oh
watch it
gosh.
slowly die from the lack of sun. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. My coworker made some comments about me taking back my plants.
What?
Welcome to corporate. But I just casually shrugged and said, sorry, these are my babies. I like to look at them where they are. I paid for all my plants myself, but I can't help but feel a little bit guilty for taking them back. Am I the asshole?
They're your plants. They're the assholes for taking your plants without checking on you to see if your plants could be taken.
That is true. I also think not the asshole.
Oh my gosh, is there an update?
No.
Oh. No, but no, not the asshole. Like, they're your plants, and I, as a fellow plant mum, like, you spent money on time trying to keep these plants alive, trying to make your office look a little bit more homey and nice and give yourself more oxygen.
Yeah. And I think like
If they were
it's-
plants, take by themselves.
Yeah, and because this is so funny and so petty at the same time because it's just plants. But like you paid for them. They are your plants.
It's
They're your
not just
property.
plants.
It's not
The rare
just
plants are like can go for thousands of
yeah.
dollars.
And you bought them. They're not everyone else's property.
Also, I don't like that the whole office did this as like a joint effort.
Of course they did.
That's so dodgy.
Because they're just
they're just jealous.
they're jealous. But they also here's the thing. Here's my thought, right? They knew
Right.
that she was coming back.
Yeah.
So they obviously knew that she would ask for the plants back. But in the week that she was away, I think they all just wanted to be like, oh, I want to feel like a plant lady for a
And
week.
buy your own plants.
Yeah.
Start with something really easy that you don't have to look after, like a what is it, a ZZ plant or a snake plant.
Yeah. There's a comment here
Mm.
from someone saying they knew someone who went on vacation and when she came back to her desk, all her office supplies were gone.
People
My
are
office mates
ruthless.
just plundered everything: stapler, ruler, paper clips, pens,
Savages.
shamelessly.
Like seagulls.
Yeah, I mean, it is a corporate place, so like, what did you expect? And then someone said, this happens to me at work all the time. I hate it so much. They should have gone to the supply closet and have gotten their own. Okay, that's a comment back to the stapler people because you can't find plants in the supply closet, obviously. But yeah, definitely not the asshole. And I don't know why you feel guilty. Who's made you feel guilty?
Yeah, who's made you?
Is it your manager?
They're gaslighting you. If
Yeah, they're
make feel
gaslighting you, and then
guilty.
you need to quit and go to the other office where you
Work
filled
with
in.
plant people, like people that appreciate plants and have their own plants. That's
Yes.
so mad.
But can I play devil's advocate?
Okay.
Should have taken your plans, but yeah.
What if they had too many to transport?
Why do you have so many?
Because
In your
they're
office?
they love plants.
Yeah, but like
Like crazy plant people that have like,
that's disturbing the peace.
is it or is it making the place look nicer?
Well, only on one corner.
Well, that's not their responsibility to make it look nicer in another corner.
No, but it's their plans. They can take it home.
Well, I feel like this person had enough trust in their coworkers to leave the plants alone, leave the office alone.
Right.
And maybe it's a classic case of your coworkers are not your friends.
No, obviously, your coworkers are never your friends. But
But what I wish they asked the coworkers, why did you take my plants?
yeah, that's
I
what I
wanted
would
to-
have asked.
I
Why'd you
wanted to know
take
the
my plans?
reason.
And they could have said, oh, we thought it needed a bit of love. You know how sometimes your plants need to be talked to?
Yeah.
Maybe they just wanted to talk to the plants.
Yeah, so I wish I knew the reasons why they took these plants.
So maybe she is the asshole. Nah.
Nah, I still don't think so. Because if someone made a comment about her taking, or him, I don't know if this is a girl or boy or I don't know what gender, whatever. If the poster was they were taking the
Get
plants
with the
back.
times, Hazel.
I don't know which pronoun they go by, but yeah, if
Shim.
someone else, if someone made a comment about them taking their plants back, that means that everyone in the office stole the plants or had the idea to steal
or
the
had
plants.
no idea that it's her plants, which is terrible.
I feel
mural.
like they would know if it's all around their desk.
Oh, I don't know. So I had a coworker
Mm.
that bought plants to the office, but she'd always get my boss to compensate.
What?
As in, like, she'd be like, "Oh, I want to buy a plant," and then she'd buy a plant and then give the receipt to my boss, and
Why?
because she didn't want to pay for it, but she wanted it on her desk.
Okay.
So that
So
became
technically, company's
that's the
property.
company's property. So
Okay.
if they didn't know that like it was hers, then probably some of them might have thought it might have been the company's. But because I get it, I've seen like my ex coworker just like have plants around her. That's none of them are hers.
That's so funny because I work in a tea room. We have like peace lilies and snake plants that people have brought in. And I feel like the one thing we would do is just do a little propagation.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely
But
propagate.
we wouldn't steal the whole plant
No.
and move it to our spot or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you're not in the hospital.
But also we live in darkness, so that's why the plants only live in the tea room because there's a window.
Oh
there.
yeah. Otherwise, it'd be like
There's no windows
yeah,
anywhere.
they die. All right. So obviously not the asshole.
This
Another
is
not the asshole.
Sorry.
Another not asshole. So all
No.
all of our posters have been non assholes so far.
I actually have a story about similar to this.
About
which I wanna
plants?
not plants, but just like co-workers taking property that's not theirs,
Okay.
which I want to share because it's really random. So Jocelyn, we remember from our first episode.
Yes. You're
I
naming names.
it's fine because we already named her.
Okay.
I bought her a muffin. I hope she listens to this episode because it's pretty funny.
Probably stop listening at episode 3.
I know. Or she only listened to herself
Yeah.
talking.
Anyway, you bought her a muffin.
I bought her a muffin.
Was
no,
it
I bought
buttered?
myself a muffin.
Was it buttered?
Of course.
Of course.
And I didn't want to finish it, so I gave her the muffin.
Yeah.
And it was very busy at work when she came back from her tea break. So she left the muffin on the desk, and one of our supervisors was like sugar crazy, like looking for sugar. Saw the muffin, and she was like, "Whose muffin is this?" And someone said, "Oh, it's Jocelyn's muffin." So when Jocelyn came back, our supervisor was like, "Oh, Jocelyn, don't leave muffins around. You know, anyone can eat them." And Jocelyn was like, "Oh, do you want some?" And then she's like, no, and offers it to another colleague. And this colleague picks up the muffin and sniffs it, like full, like face in the bag.
Like me smelling my food.
Yeah, but like face in the bag. Like you're like
Oh.
about to vomit in the bag.
Oh.
But Jocelyn didn't consent to that.
The smelling of the bag?
Him picking up the
Yeah.
muffin, she offered it to our supervisor.
Yeah.
And our supervisor handballed the offer to another colleague.
No.
And the colleague was like, "Okay, if you don't want it, I'll have it." But Jocelyn didn't offer it to them. She only offered it to the supervisor. And
So,
this
technically.
person put his whole face in the bag pretty much just to smell it, to see what kind of muffin it is.
And did they take it?
Well, at the point, the moment he put his face in the bag, Jocelyn's like, "I don't want that anymore."
Yeah, no.
So then they took
Yeah.
it.
But also, that was your muffin to start off with.
Yeah,
So it was actually, you could have been like, "Excuse me, sir, ma'am, sir."
Ma'am, sir. Well, when I heard the story, I was like to Jocelyn, "I didn't consent to them getting the muffin. I gave it to you specifically."
Fair enough.
So there you go. People taking things that are not theirs and giving it to other people.
That's
so they don't
wild
have
because that's
to.
like right in front of you.
Exactly.
Mm.
And I will never get over this. And I asked the person that took the muffin on a separate instance why they ate it. And his defense, our supervisor offered it to him. And
That's not a defense. That won't hold up in the court of Marion.
and I said, "Well, it's not hers to offer."
Yeah, it wasn't. In fact, you should say it was my muffin. It was my buttered muffin the first time. And it got passed around like a dirty horror at a party.
To people that I didn't want to
Yeah.
touch the muffin.
And it got sniffed. Interesting.
So yeah.
Can I ask
Mm.
the assailant that took the whiff, the
Yes.
big old smell, Were they of Caucasian descent?
No,
Oh,
they were of Asian descent. That's even more shocking.
Only child?
No.
Oh, interesting. Oh, maybe that's why. Because if you're not an only child, you gotta fend, like you gotta get your
You
food.
gotta fight for it.
Yeah, you gotta fight for your food. So they're probably just like
and
taking
free
it.
food.
Oh,
But
interesting.
yeah, so that was the
Wow,
whole
that's so
thing.
rude for an Asian to do.
Mm.
Full on.
So that was the whole thing in that on that day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't let it go when I heard it. I was just like, I can't believe someone took my muffin.
Your buttered muffin. Yeah.
So a few episodes ago, we started a segment where you and I would discuss which of these bops the boppiest.
Yeah,
So
we did.
This is our third one, I believe.
Yes. So we've done Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
We've done Robin.
Yeah.
And now we're doing
Adele.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Mainly because in celebration of Adele extending her Las Vegas.
Oh, I didn't even know this.
Oh,
I didn't know she
really?
extended it.
Yeah, because it was meant to end this year, like
Mhm.
end of the year, and then she extended till June
Wow.
next year. So tickets are out.
Are you going to
Basically,
go
yeah.
and watch her?
No.
You showed she's amazing live.
I know. I'm just living off everyone's videos online.
I remember when she came to Melbourne and obviously tickets were selling so fast.
Oh, I will always regret that.
I don't know why I didn't go, but I remember buying 4 tickets, 2 for my parents, 1 for my best friend Lisa, and we all sat separately.
Yeah, I don't care. That
And
would
it
have
was
been great.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was such a great concert.
And I'll just tell our listeners why.
Why
this
did you
happened.
not go to Adele?
Because
concert.
I was an idiot and bought Justin Bieber tickets.
And it was so bad.
And it was so bad because I bought it because Justin released his tickets like 1 week earlier or 2 weeks earlier. And then Adele was like, oh, I'm coming. And I was like, I don't have money now. I don't
Oh.
have poor. And then I tried to win them on the radio station and nothing. It was just like, it was a sad moment. And I think that's probably if anyone asks me, what's the one
your biggest regret in
your
life.
biggest regret in life is buying Justin Bieber tickets. And I always say that. And they go, well, like, what? And then I have to explain, instead of Adele.
I went to both concerts.
Yeah. And it was, let's
Yeah.
just say that Justin Bieber's one
The vibe wasn't there.
the vibe wasn't there. I was surrounded by like tweens and
He wasn't given the performance.
oh, he was nothing.
He was bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wish I did see Adele, but one day I know I will.
Well, you'd hope she'll come back.
No,
to,
she will.
You reckon?
I saw that Instagram post how she was like, I fell in love with performing again, and I was like,
but she hates flying,
I will.
and we live too far.
No, that's why I'll go somewhere else. I'll go next time, like not Las Vegas because like no. I mean, maybe one day, but like I don't know where she does like what's the Broadway version of London, the East End or something.
The West
The West
End.
End.
Yeah.
If she does like a show on the West End, I'll go.
Okay.
Anyway, what Adele songs are we discussing?
Well, Someone Like You or When We Were Young. Should we say it together at the same time?
Oh, I actually feel we don't have the same one again.
I feel like you just do this out of spite at this point.
All right, so
Create
wait,
drama.
hold on. So Someone Like You, everyone knows When We Were Young. So no, I don't think a lot of people know.
Someone Like You was from the album 21.
Yes.
And When We Were Young was from the album
25. Yes. Nothing from 30, because that's like a league of its own
Yeah.
separately.
Yeah.
And Nothing from 19, because that is also a league of its own.
Yeah.
But 21 and 25, I feel like could be
Okay.
versing each other. Anyway.
You ready?
In 3, 2, 1. Someone Like You.
We got it. Well, I don't know why I would choose When We Were Young. Someone Like You is like iconic.
It is iconic. It is iconic. And that's why, so originally I thought, okay, I'm definitely going to choose When We Were Young
Really?
because I've had cries over When We Were Young.
Oh,
Right, but I've also had cries
interesting.
over Someone
Like You made me cry so many times.
But listening back to it like the other day or yesterday, preparing for this, I heard When We Were Young. I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's like the lyrics is there.
Yeah.
The emotion is there. You know, you're really taken there. But then when you listen to Someone Like You, you are like experiencing
Yeah.
the breakup with Adele. You're like just
So
in it. Yeah, in it.
it's so funny because so Someone Like You is from the album 21. So she was
Yeah.
21, right?
Yeah.
I like this song because when I broke up with my first boyfriend like
Yeah.
10 years ago. So
Yeah.
not,
When you
Adele, I was 19
yeah.
and Adele was 21 and this song came out
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my gosh.
Was
This
this
my
graphic designer?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, this is my first heartbreak. And I used to like think about this song and think about him. And I'm like, never mind, I'll find someone like you. Thank God I never found someone like him.
Oh my God.
No,
yes.
no shade to him.
Yeah.
Like him and I are like on good terms now. And you know,
I mean, I think you guys are just on terms.
yeah, we're just on
I
terms.
don't think
We don't
it's
actually
good or
talk.
bad. Yeah.
I did see him at one of the weddings this year because we were both part of the bridal party.
Yeah, but like barely made contact. Oh,
Oh,
well,
we
I wasn't
spoke.
there.
We spoke on like
You
beforehand.
were at the ceremony, so I wasn't at the ceremony.
Yes, but and like obviously, you know, we were young, like literally. But literally, I was baby when I dated him.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
because I was young too.
Exactly.
So
so I used
feel
to think about him and cry when I hear someone like you, and I'm like, this is such a good song.
yeah, and I think like when we were young is a good song, but I think
Yes.
I'm too young to be when
When
we were young.
absolutely.
But Adele did sing that when she was
But she says it-
25.
yeah,
25. That was 25 when we were young.
I'm still like
But also, get this.
mm,
Adele and Taylor Swift are the
same
same,
age. I knew this.
Wild.
I know. Isn't that funny?
It's so funny. Yeah, someone like you is just like, it really just hits you. Like, I think even if you haven't gone through a breakup and you listen to someone like you,
Mm.
it's game over. You feel like you've just gone through a breakup.
Oh, absolutely. The lyrics are just like reliving my breakups.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, I'm torturing myself, but it's
Listening
so
to the
good.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just like emotionally, if you're ever having a happy day and you're like, damn, I'm too happy today. Let me just bring that down.
Let me make myself sad.
Yeah, let me just bring that down a couple of levels. You could listen to someone like you and you're like, oh, yeah, that really brought me back down to earth.
I guess since we were on the topic of healing because of Angie's call.
Yes.
Now that when I listen to the song, obviously I don't cry anymore. And I just belt out to it now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Now
It's
I
a
don't
great
feel
belting out song.
as sad as I did when I was 19.
No,
Right.
but it still feels, it's still very emotional.
Yes, definitely.
Like, you belt it out, but you're like, there's pain there.
And
that-
it's just so simple. Like there's only
is
like,
so
like
simple.
instrumental wise, there's not much going on, but you just feel the pain behind her singing.
Yeah, yeah.
And-
Whereas when we were young, again, a good song.
Good song.
And actually, a little background on this. It was definitely going to be Someone Like You was one of the songs. Or it was either When We Were Young or All I Ask.
Oh, I feel like you could have chosen better. I mean, great songs.
Yeah, but I'm
But
I'm not choosing Rolling in the Deep.
No, no.
Versus
I just,
Someone Like You.
I felt like I was like, I need to look at a discography right now to feel like what was her number one song.
It was Someone Like You.
Was it?
Yeah, and Rolling in the Deep.
Oh no, Rolling in the Deep is not. No, Hello. That was her number one song ever.
Was it?
It is, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get Hello, but it's like, hello, it's me.
Yeah, it was Hello. It was her number
Yeah.
one song. So
I would probably put Hello and Easy on Me together and make them verse each other.
really,
Yeah, because I
Hello
think,
wins.
nah, I don't think so.
I think Hello wins.
Oh God, we've just gone into a different one. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. But yeah, Someone Like You. Let's listen to it now.
Okay.
All right. Emotional.
I wasn't sure where we were going with that. But yes.
Whole episode, emotional. That is it for today's episode.
Yeah.
Once again, we want to thank you for listening to us. And if you want to get in contact or send us a DM, everyone loves sending us a DM. It's
They
like
do.
it's like
Instagram DMs.
yeah,
is the thing.
it's the millennials' way of communicating. Yeah,
How
you
do
can,
we appeal to our Gen Z listeners?
um,
Tell me I'm old.
Yeah, I think we just need to sound younger. But in the next episode, I will be testing you in something.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna fail immediately.
No, I don't think so. DM us at Hazel and Marion on Instagram and TikTok because I think you can DM on TikTok.
Yes,
But I don't think it's a popular
you
thing to
can.
do.
You can. Joss and I just send each other videos, but yes, you
Yeah,
can.
I mean, I do that on Instagram too. That's all we do. That's how we communicate these days. Or you can send us an email at hazelandmarin.pod@gmail.com. Either way, we will look at it. We will respond. We will probably discuss it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We do put up weekly polls on our Instagram. So you can vote there about some hot topics or lukewarm topics or anything that relates back to our episode. Plus, there's a poll and Q&A at our Spotify episodes.
But only on mobiles.
Only on mobiles. Speaking of Spotify, did you know they introduced Snake on
game?
Spotify? Yeah. But
Wow,
they call it Eat This Playlist. I'll show it to you after
What?
this. Yeah.
This throws me back.
Yeah. Anyway, once again, thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.